Hare Krishna to all the devotees, pranams. So we welcome His Grace Madhav Sharan Prabhu. Prabhu, Hare Krishna, over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Hiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. First of all, I would like to take the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas and welcome to the class. Today we are covering Shrimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 9th chapter, and verse number 35 and 36. I'll share my screen. So this chapter is entitled Answers by Citing the Lord's Vision. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Verse 35. Yata Mahante Bhutani Bhuteshu Chavacheshvanu Pravishtani Apravishtani Tatateshu Nateshvaham. Can somebody read the translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Vijay. O Brahma, please know that the universal elements enter into the cosmos and at the same time do not enter into the cosmos. Similarly, I myself also exist within everything created and at the same time I am outside of everything. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Can somebody read 36 shloka?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Etavad eva jignasyam tattva jignasunatmana anvayavyatirekabyam yatsyat sarvatra sarvada.
Somebody else can read translation.
Hare Krishna. Thank
you. Translation, Mr. Prabhupada ki jai. A person who is searching after the supreme absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, must certainly search for it up to this in all circumstances, in all space and time, and both directly and indirectly. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you.
Hare Krishna. So this section is basically Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Very important. So Srila Prabhupada has offered very, very deep and elaborate purpose for these verses. So initially there was only Lord, he's telling. There was nothing but myself, cause of the creation. Oh Brahma, everything has value when it's related to me. So we know Krishna is the cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So due to ignorance, we have forgotten our real treasure. and we are searching after that treasure in the place of desert, and we are identifying mirages as that treasure in the material world. So it is explained all the elements of the material world are Krishna's energy. So achintya beda abeda tattva. Actually, Krishna enters into everything, but at he is separate personality. He remains separate personality. So, and he is with that personality, he remains in the spiritual world. Nate vidu swarta ghatim hi Vishnum. So all scriptures reveal that to go back to Godhead is the perfection of life. And how to go back to Godhead, to that abode, here it is explained that we must be eager. One must always search for the truth. We must be looking for Krishna everywhere. We must be looking for opportunity to serve Krishna in every aspect of our life. Nothing is in our life should be that it should be separated from Krishna. Because the forgetfulness of Krishna is the greatest loss or the tragedy in our life. So we know everybody is afraid of death. So why everyone is afraid to leave the body? Because all are constantly endeavoring for sense gratification. And they fear if they lose the body, then they lose the opportunity for sense gratification. So that's why they fear death. Everyone is afraid of death. But if we lose the this desire for sense gratification, one becomes fearless. If we don't have the tendency to exploit the material nature, then we transcend. So sense gratification causes us to forget Krishna. And if we want to progress in the path of pure devotional service or Krishna consciousness, so we should be always connected with the Krishna, and we should always search for Krishna, and that should be our goal. And we know in Bhagavad Gita also it is mentioned, Krishna reveals himself to us to the degree we want to serve him, to the degree we want to please him. Ye yata mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. So to the degree we want our own sense gratification, to that degree Krishna remains hidden. He doesn't show himself to us. And we see throughout Bhagavatam how great personalities, how much they are searching for Krishna in the most difficult situations. And here in this particular section, throughout in previous chapters and other thing, we see Lord Brahma, he is beginning his search for absolute truth. He's going in the stem of the lotus up and down. And Krishna also tested him in various ways. And then ultimately he mentioned, you do tapaha. Then he reveals to him. Because Brahma turned only to Krishna. So he gave Brahma the darshan of spiritual world. Then he personally embraced Brahma. So in this way, Brahma achieved perfection. This is the perfection of the life. So similarly, we should also search for the absolute truth very eagerly. So there is a story in the Shrimad, Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Tapan Mishra Brahmana, who was very charitable, very pious, and he had very much moral ethics, everything. But he was searching for the highest truth. What is the highest truth? He wanted to search and searching in various ways. He was a family man, liked by everyone. But even though he had family, he had good health, many prestige, reputations, he did not care for any of these things. He thought, if I don't understand the goal or real goal of my life, then all these things are meaningless. So he wanted to understand what is the highest goal. Then if I can achieve the highest goal, then all these family, money, everything has a purpose to utilize those things to achieve the goal. Otherwise, everything is the shrama eva hi kevalam. So in this world, fools want to be in illusion. They don't want to search for the truth. But here Tapan Mishra was searching. He was studying various scriptures. He was approaching many people and asking questions. But he could not comprehend. Because factually, by our own efforts, our own capacity, we cannot understand the absolute truth. In one class, actually, Jananivas Prabhuji, he was explaining Srila Prabhupada. He was speaking to big philosophers, and one PhD guy was there, and he was very famous, and he had done PhD in the Vedic studies, and many other candidates used to come to do PhD under him. And Srila Prabhupada asked him, who is God? Professor started explaining, this is very difficult to understand who is God. He started explaining elaborately from various scriptures. God is like described like this in this scripture, and God is described like that in that scripture. They used to do, use all the complex technical words, and ultimately what he told, it is very difficult to ascertain who is God. Then Srila Prabhupada turned, and there was small girl, 4-year-old girl, Bhaktin Saraswati. So Srila Prabhupada asked Bhaktin Saraswati, tell the professor who is God. Then that little girl, she said, he is the supreme personality of God, it is Krishna. So then Srila Prabhupada told to that professor, she is 4-year-old girl, she knows who is God, and you have done big PhDs, and you don't know who is God. So you are a cheater. You have all philosophies, everything you don't have any authority to teach, because you yourself don't know who is God. So in this way, we cannot understand God without God's mercy or a pure devotee's mercy. And his mercy always comes when we really and sincerely aspire to search for the truth, and we are really want to know him, and we really want to surrender to spiritual master, our guru. Then he can reveal. So here Tapan Mishra was searching, really he was searching, and that was his qualification. So that is the qualification of each one of us also. That is the qualification needed. We should be really hankering and searching for absolute truth. Really hankering for Krishna. And to receive Krishna's mercy, we should be eager. And we have to remember one very important thing, that to become Krishna conscious is not just joining a movement, and or it is not just putting a tilak. It's not just changing the style of the dress or changing the way of life. It is not just giving the donation. It is not just ritualistically performing our sadhana. Or to become Krishna consciousness does not mean we come for Sunday feast program and socially eating prasadam. Of course, these are all stepping stones to purify our heart. But the real qualification to become Krishna conscious is that we very, very sincerely search for Krishna as that absolute truth in our life. And how do we do that? We must be very eager. We must be very eager, and this begins with hearing. So Tapan Mishra was very eager to hear. In a dream, Krishna revealed to him that the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through some personality, Krishna, supreme personality of Godhead, has descended as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, and he is now in Padmavati river. You go there and understand what is the real goal of life. And when he went there, many people surrounded Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was leaving to Bangladesh. So even though there were so many people, Tapan Mishra went and fell at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and told, please instruct me about the goal of life. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him that goal of life is pure unalloyed devotional service to Lord Krishna, and to desire to selflessly serve Krishna. That is the goal of life. There are no other goal other than this, and the only way you can achieve this is by practicing bhakti, and to give up our egoistic tendencies and have the service mood, and to purify our hearts through chanting of the holy name. So Tapan Mishra, you chant these 16 names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So very soon Krishna will reveal to you. So Tapan Mishra took him to another side where there was, to a solitary place, and told about his dream, and told, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You are Krishna. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed to him his supreme opulence and told, don't reveal this incident to anyone. Then Tapan Mishra told, I want to go with you. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, you go to Varanasi. After some time, I will come there and I will reveal to you the deeper revelations of Krishna consciousness. Tapan Mishra was such a personality. Then he was, since he was really searching for absolute truth, he really wanted to surrender to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had not established the Harinam Sankirtan movement. So actually, when one is really sincerely searching for absolute truth, he will be ready to surrender. This is the key, primary thing. One is ready to surrender, and ready to surrender in the way Lord wants, not the way we want. So here we see Tapan Mishra knows that after some time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will establish the Yuganad Dharma and the Harinam Sankirtan movement. And he wanted to be part when he is spreading it. He wanted to go with him. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling him, go to Varanasi. And Varanasi is a place of impersonalists. There are no bhaktas there. More impersonalist, Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya, all these things he is hearing. He is not hearing any Mahamantra. Whereas in Navadvip, in Srivas Thakur's house, there will be Harinam Sankirtan going on 24 hours. And Tapan Mishra wanted to be part of it. But since Tapan Mishra wanted to truly surrender to God in the way Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted, so he went to Varanasi. So that's why we have to develop this eagerness to surrender to Lord. We must develop the eagerness to hear from the spiritual master. We have to develop the eagerness to hear from great Vaishnavas, a desire to search Krishna everywhere and in everything. So this is the most important qualifications for a devotee. In every situations, we search for the opportunity to serve Krishna and please him. And in this way, whatever comes favorable things, we should be accepting it, accept the favorable things for devotional service and reject whichever is unfavorable situations for the devotional service. So how much ever painful it is, even though it's very, very painful, and sometimes it may, disgrace our reputation or whatever it may be, still we have to accept the favorable conditions for devotional service, reject the unfavorable situations. So Maharaj Parikshit was like that. 7 days and 7 nights, he was really searching for Krishna, and he was hankering, he was eager. So similarly, there was one boy who would ask Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very eagerly he wanted to hear Krishna Katha. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to spend so much time for that particular boy. So in this way, one must be eager. So even Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West, he was traveling very difficult. He used to sleep only 1.5 hours, 2 hours. So, he was giving so many lectures in different places, and he did not mind that anybody is, eager to hear Krishna Katha. He used to speak. He used to reciprocate for that eagerness. So it is very important. When one Vaishnava speaks, we must be eager. We should not be thinking that, when he will finish the class, or we are sleeping in the class. Our attention is somewhere else. Class is going on. It is we have to sacrifice our life for hearing Shrimad Bhagavatam. So best service we can do for the spiritual master is hear Krishna Katha from him. Then he is very, very happy. And if we are not eager to hear Krishna Katha, then he is disappointed. That is the secret of success, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada came, and when he used to come, everybody should attend Srimad Bhagavatam class. There was no, exceptions. Only unless it's very, very serious service that was involved, like Jayananda Prabhu. Can somebody mute? There are some disturbances. Hare Krishna. So Jayananda Prabhu single-handedly used to build the cart for the San Francisco when Srila Prabhupada came. Single-handedly used to build the cart. So in that case, Srila Prabhupada was giving the excuse. But otherwise, everyone used to attend Srimad Bhagavatam class. So there was, somebody will tell, I have this service which can be done some other time, and give excuses to miss the Srimad Bhagavatam class, and just come as late as possible so that we miss the Srimad Bhagavatam class just for the prasad. So this way, it is not the way which devotee should be running to come and attend Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual masters, they have given their life just to give this message of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is very important, that when they are showering their love by giving us Srimad Bhagavatam, it is our duty to reciprocate by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam class by our spiritual master. So that is very important, that even we may be hearing Srimad Bhagavatam class by various speakers. It's very important we hear at least 5 to 10 minutes on regular basis from Srila Prabhupada, and by 5 to 10 minutes by our spiritual master. So apart from this, we can hear from additional speakers, but at least we should be regularly hearing from Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master, because that is the relationship. That's a reciprocation of our love to Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master. So to the degree we are grateful to receive that message and apply that in our life, not only hearing, we have to apply that in our life. To that degree, we are reciprocating with them to their love. Otherwise, we may be speaking, we want to surrender to Krishna. All things are on the surface level. Superficially want to surrender. So spiritual master is pleased when disciple is making the progress, and disciple can make progress when he is eager to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam. And if we don't hear, we don't know what to do. When the difficult situations come, we don't know how to behave with the other Vaishnavas, and we may commit some aparadhas. So that's a very important thing to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. So we must be very submissive, humble, and inquire with submissiveness. And that inquiry, to the degree we want to know, we want to search for absolute truth, we want to hear the message of Godhead, and to degree we humbly submit ourselves to spiritual master, to that degree Krishna will be pleased and he will bestow his mercy. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, we have so many duties in our life, and we have to remember our duties are also our service to Lord. But Maya is always there to trying to deviate us, to contaminate our mind, always trying to divert our attention and consciousness away from Krishna. But we have to fight. It's not that we just give in to Maya. We have to fight our battle against Maya. So we are told by spiritual master and senior devotees to do book distribution, clean temple, raising our family, do a job, or whatever. So in whatever we may be doing, so we have to search for Krishna in each and every activities, how it can be dedicated in such a way that Krishna is pleased. Not that, just some results of our activities, some small donation I gave to temple and I'm doing all sense gratification. Not that way. To understand how these activities we can make as an offering to Krishna and always remain Krishna conscious. This is very important. And that is the perfection of our work. Whatever prescribed duties we are doing, it's not that just giving the fruits of work. It is to remain Krishna conscious, because Maya is trying to take away our intelligence. Maya is always trying to pollute our mind. Therefore, we should be guarded always, very diligent. If you want to be strong enough in Krishna consciousness, then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, you should eat proper food grains. What does that mean, eating proper food grains? Of course, one is to eat proper food grains so that our health remains strong and we can do services. And other aspect of it is, we have to hear with absorption this message of God and chanting the holy name attentively. So appetite to hear Krishna Katha, that eagerness to hear Krishna Katha and hearing the holy name, hearing Krishna Kirtan. Unless we have got this willingness to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha, and hear the Kirtan of the Lord, nothing else has of any importance. unless it's a life or death situations. So we get spiritual strength mainly by doing these two things. Then we can do our work also very properly. Our other prescribed duties or occupational duties we can do when we are doing these things properly. Otherwise, we may be doing so many things, but the question remains that whether I want to remain a mixed devotee, whether I want to be a devotee who is pious and having some moral ethics and somehow maintain some little bit of sadhana and standards of Krishna consciousness. These two things, or really I want to be a pure devotee, whether really I want to surrender to Krishna, really I want to love Krishna. Which one I want? So if we want to become a pure devotee and really surrender to Krishna, then we have to pay the price. Everything comes with the price. We have to pay the price. There is no, the question is there. I want to remain mixed devotee, or I want to become a pure devotee. If I want to become a pure devotee, then I have to pay the price. So if we want to make our life as an offering to our spiritual master and previous acharyas, so that they can utilize us as a puppet for serving the purpose, their purpose, for serving Krishna as they want us to serve. Whether we want that, or okay, I'll do some small sadhana and I will remain some do some pious activities or moral things, and I can remain mixed devotee throughout my life. It is also possible. So if you want to be a mixed devotee, then we have our mixed priorities. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 things are there. Along with that, some chanting is also there, and some little this one is there going on. 25 things, out of which if I have time, I will be chanting in the late night, 11 o'clock, 11:30, I finish my rounds. So one, along with 25 activities, one more activity. But if we really want to go back to Godhead, if we really want to be a pure devotee of the Lord, then we must be eager to search for that Krishna, or search for the truth in all circumstances, in all situations, and in all space and time. It said in the verse, both directly and indirect. So this is the instruction that Krishna is giving in these verses to Lord Brahma, which is coming down in disciplic succession even today. So Srila Prabhupada spent so much of time for giving his classes, writing books. He was doing so many things so that people can become Krishna conscious. And he was very pleased when someone used to seriously read and study his books. Someone used to hear his lectures. That is because he used to feel that the devotees are reciprocating with his love. So it is always, the spiritual life means the speaker is enthusiastic to speak. That is his love for the audience, and the audience they are very eager to hear, and that is their love to the speaker. And this is the Shrimad Bhagavatam tradition. It's Sukadeva Goswami told to Parikshit Maharaj, because you are very eager to hear, I am enthused to speak. Because you are showing so much love towards me, I am also showing so much love towards you. This is the reciprocation of love between guru and disciple, or Krishna and his devotees. This is Tushyantisha Ramanticha. This is the essence of spiritual life, and we must apply these teachings without hypocrisy and without duplicity. Sincerely, we want to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam. This should be our first priority, chanting the holy name of the Lord and hearing Shrimad Bhagavatam. So in this way, we should only search for Krishna and we should only aspire for pure devotional service. If we have any other alternatives, then we will not get Krishna. So because Maya's business is to provide innumerable substitutes, she will use innumerable alternatives and innumerable excuses, innumerable justifications. Why it is not possible to surrender to Krishna, why it is not possible to show our love to Krishna. So many excuses we have. My health is this way. No, relatives came. So many things. But in every situation, we have to try to surrender to Krishna, love Krishna. Any excuse to delay this process, we have to understand this is Maya. Maya in devotee's life, she tries to postpone the surrender through politicians, through friends, through relatives. She will postpone our eagerness to surrender. She utilizes us as the puppet and cheating. That's a fact. Okay, why become so serious now? Still I have so much time. Still, of course, after all, I am still 20, 30, 40, 50. I have so much time left. So that eagerness is lost. Enthusiasm is lost. And day by day, it is going on. And she takes moment after moment after moment, and it becomes lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And Krishna is waiting in the spiritual world when this devotee will come back. And this devotee is asking to Krishna, Krishna, why you are not taking me back to Godhead? I'm struggling so much. So Krishna is telling same thing. Oh Bhakta, I am also waiting since many lifetimes when you will come back. I'm waiting for you. But we do not have that eagerness. Utsahat nishchaya dhairya tat karma pravartanat. Okay, tomorrow I'll do. Why today? This Sunday I'll not go Sunday feast program. Or if we go to Sunday feast program also, we can do some spiritual prajalpa. Arjuna was having so many good reasons not to fight, not to surrender to Krishna. Ashochan anvashochastvam prajnavadam shabashase gatasun agatasum shananu shochanti pandita. Krishna told, you are acting like a pandita, you are a fool. You are speaking all nonsense. Because from social point of view, social tradition wise, that is all right. But it has nothing to do with the soul, nothing to do with the relationship with the God, nothing to do with purpose of life. So Maya will creep in so many ways to divert us, to take out our time, waste our time. But these verses in this section, it is telling the real purpose, teaches us the real purpose by which we can overcome Maya. So because we must be eager to search for Krishna, we must be eager to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam, we must be eager to chant, we must be eager to please our Guru, we must be eager to serve Vaishnavas, we must be eager to surrender to Krishna. We must reciprocate with the love that is given to us by senior devotees, by our Shiksha Gurus, by our Diksha Gurus. We must be reciprocating with that love, with whatever capacity we have. Not in a sentimental way, Prabhuji, I want to serve, but I can't do this. So, in the sincere way, real, way, we have to surrender. That is a process of surrender. Under the spiritual master's guidance, we try to come closer to Krishna, whether it is a pleasure or pain, whether it's honor, dishonor, heat, cold, whatever may be the situations. All are gifts that are given by Lord Krishna. So we have to try to come closer to Krishna day by day, day by day. It may be small improvements we are doing every day. I was doing this seva in this particular way. I will improve to do this seva by small amount. This is my sacrifice to improve to and come closer to Krishna today. So I improved this much. I used to quarrel with my husband, wife, or my mother. I used to speak with arrogance. I'll give up arrogance and I will try to develop humility. This is the improvement I will do today. And this is a small step towards Krishna. So material persons, they are making so many arrangements for material happiness. So devotees, they can try to do all these small things to please Krishna. And this really pleases Krishna. We put one step towards Krishna. Krishna puts 10 steps towards us. And our steps are so teeny. Krishna's steps, Vamanadev, we know what are the size of his steps. So we have to give up our false pride. We have to become humble. Trinadapi suni chena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. In this material world, everyone is puffed up so much. USA is the richest country. So many countries they want the protection direction by USA. So much technologically advanced. They have so much nuclear missiles, warheads, so many things. But, we see every year, Krishna sends a small snow wind or small hurricanes, small tornadoes. And the most powerful country, they can't do anything. Just wait for that tornadoes or hurricanes to go. So Maya Adhyakshena Prakritir Suyate Sa Characharam. So snowstorm, last time we see the 25, more than nearly half states, they are completely shut down. No electricity, no phone, no airport, everything is shut, roads are shut, business, everything is shut down. So many people died. What can they do with so much of nuclear missiles? Can they tell that when the snowstorm is coming, I'll send nuclear missiles to remove all the snowstorms? Or when the hurricanes comes, I'll send my nuclear warheads to them. They can't do anything. They are completely helpless. And this snowstorm, even Krishna is not bothered also. Just material nature is sending the small thing. And they have to wait until it goes. So it's an insignificant sample of material nature. And they are thinking, I am the controller. I am the proprietor. I am the master. So nothing. They are completely helpless. So this is material energy of the Lord. But spiritual energy, internal potency of the Lord is infinitely more powerful than the material energy. So we know when Lord Krishna plays his flute, Yamuna stops flowing. Lord Mahadev, his meditation is, disturbed. And there is calf drinking the milk from the cow, it stops drinking and it, wants to hear the flute sound of Krishna. Peacock wants to dance, deer wants to dance. They come closer and everyone becomes ecstatic. So this is the way internal energy works. Material energy controls through lust, anger, greed, envy. But spiritual energy, whoever surrenders to Krishna, she controls through love, sweetness, beauty, ecstasy. So Rupa Goswami says, if you are really attached to your family, if you're really attached to this material world, then don't go to the bank of Yamuna. Because if you go to bank of Yamuna and if you see the beautiful threefold bending form of Shama Sundar, then you will be completely captivated by his love. So that is the beauty of Krishna. So he's all attractive. It's all beauty, all strength, all renunciation, all knowledge. So in this way, Krishna is all beautiful. And his name is non-different from Krishna. So Nama Chinta Mani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nityamukto Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. So Krishna's name and Krishna are non-different. That means Krishna's name is also all beautiful. So Tukaram Maharaj says what? Goda tuja rupa deva, goda tuja nama. Goda tuja rupa deva, goda tuja nama. Dehi maja prema, dehata maja prema. So goda tuja rupa, goda tuja nama. Goda means very sweet. So Rupa Goswami says, let me have millions of tongue and millions of ears. Why millions of ears? Because it's so sweet and so nectarian to hear the Krishna's holy name. So, and Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhabhava samanvitaha. So everything is emanating from Krishna. That means everything is emanating from Krishna's holy name. Because Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. So in Kali Yuga, Krishna is mercifully coming in the form of his holy name. But we are so unfortunate. We have this Bhavaroga. Kama Krodha Lobha Moha Mada Matsarya Nam Namakare Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etadrashi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaivam Idrashamiha Janina Nuragaha. Durdaiva. I don't have any taste for holy name. And when I chant, tears are not flowing from my eyes. My heart is so hard that, I don't feel yugaitam nimishena chakshusha pravrashahitam. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. I don't feel the viraha from the Govinda when I chant the holy name. So I'm so unfortunate, even though you have invested all your potency in the holy name, but still I am so unfortunate. I have no affection and no taste for chanting the holy name. I don't feel like I want to have millions of tongue, millions of ears. I don't feel it's Goda, means it's not sweet, or it's not like jaggery sweet. I don't feel that when I see your form, when I hear the holy name. Yeah, but your sweetness, your beauty is so wonderful. And when you chant, actually, pure devotees want to hear more and more and more. 24 hours they want to hear. But I am so unfortunate. I have got the highest thing, but still, I have no taste for it. I just want to finish my rounds and keep aside my bead bag. I have no taste for hearing Krishna Katha. So I'm so unfortunate. So in this way, we should be developing this eagerness. It's very important. One thing is hearing Krishna Katha. Then second one is manana. Manana means what is told in the Shrimad Bhagavatam class. What exactly, which message is conveyed out of the speaker's compassion. He's speaking. So what exactly he wanted to tell, we do manana. And then nididhyasana. So we have to apply the principles, whatever has been told in Shrimad Bhagavatam class, in our real life. So when we do these three things, then our hearing program is complete. But if we hear from one year and another year, oh, that was wonderful class. Okay, what was told? What is the message given? Oh, that I forgot. Not this way. So we have to do manana, and then we have to apply the principles in our practical life. Then we progress very fast. So our lower modes of Rajoguna and Tamoguna will go when we do all these things. Vasudeva Kataruchi. So we want to develop that. And we have to attentively chant the holy name also every day. We have to understand the value of what we have been given, the highest thing. So we should understand this is the most valuable thing and accept it gratefully. Gratitude is very important. One thing, we have to develop the quality of humility, and second thing, gratitude. The spiritual master has dedicated his life. Srila Prabhupada has dedicated so much of things. For whose sake? For our sake. So we should be grateful to all senior devotees, our Shiksha Gurus, our Diksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada, all the Vaishnavas. We should be grateful to our all Acharyas before. They have dedicated so much of their thing to give us, to uplift us, to make our Uddhara. So accept it gratefully and practice in our life with intensity. So we are having different nature. Everybody is different by nature. But as per our nature, we should be intense in our practice. Not goody things, okay, I chanted some rounds here, some rounds in the morning, some rounds in the evening. Somehow I finished my rounds. If I get time, I will hear. Otherwise, I don't hear today. Tomorrow I can see. Not this way. We should be very strict in our sadhana. We should be very intense in our sadhana. Then we can make very quick advancement. Otherwise, Maya will take away our time, and we think it is just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, but it becomes lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So Srila Prabhupada's disciple Mahatma Prabhuji, he was telling that if we are inattentive in our chanting, then we have our surrender process, it becomes delayed by 300 lifetimes. So we are casual in chanting 300 lifetimes. So we can imagine the same thing. If we are attentive in our chanting, we are attentively hearing, and we are attentively, avoiding all the offenses, nama aparad, all the seva aparad. We are attentively avoiding all the aparadhas. Then in this particular lifetime only we can go back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada is assuring that, and it is possible. So this should be our, eagerness. So this is what told in this particular things. Eagerness to search for the absolute truth. And in the 36th verse, it is told, in all circumstances, in all space and time, and both directly and indirectly. So this to summarize today's class, we have to eagerly hear Krishna Katha, eagerly serve Vaishnavas, and we should be attentively chanting the holy name of the Lord. And we should be grateful for whatever our spiritual master has given us, whatever Srila Prabhupada and other Vaishnavas they have given us to the Lord. And being grateful, we gratefully accept this process with the intensity we practice, and try to go back home, back to Godhead in this very life itself. And it is possible if we practice systematically and intensely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments or any corrections?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for
Hare
a very
Krishna.
nice explanation and a very clear explanation of these two Chatushloki. Radhika Mataji has one question, Prabhu.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Very nice. Thank you so much. Prabhu, the last line which you closed in about 300 lifetimes, that was very nice. And I'm hearing for the first time, Prabhu. What is this, Prabhu? Can you just enlighten a little more? Though I understood what you said is if we do with dedication, we will have chance this lifetime. Is 300 a number just as an expression, or is that a number of a fact?
It's told by Mahatma Prabhu, actually approximately. That's what it is said. You know, this, see, ultimately we have to become purified, 100% purified to go back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, if we become completely purified in this life, we will go back in this life. So ultimately, our whole purification process in Kali Yuga is dependent on chanting of the holy name. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyata. So 99% of the purification progress happens by chanting. So the thing comes, how do we chant? Chanting, everybody is doing 60, most of the devotees are doing 16 rounds or more. But how do we chant? That's very important. So if that statement is not, accurately 300, not 313, not 1, not 299, not that way. The thing is, things are told that if we are chanting very attentively, avoiding all nama aparad and seva aparad, all aparadas, there is a bright chance that one goes back to Godhead within this lifetime.
Clear.
We know Ajamila, he took only 12 years. Dhruva Maharaj took only 6 months. So it's up to us how much intensely, how much sincerely, seriously we are practicing. Whether it is 6 months, 12 years, or even Katwanga Maharaj 1 second.
1 moment, sure.
1 moment. So what that statement it's mentioned, if you are inattentively chanting, I mean, we are carelessly chanting, your mind is wandering here and there, you are not putting effort to control your mind and focus on the holy name, there might be chances that instead of going back in this lifetime, you may go back in 300 lifetimes after that. And in 300 lifetimes, what you will be doing?
Chanting.
You are just chanting carelessly.
Understood, Prabhu. Clear, Prabhu. And that is Mahatma Prabhu, you mean Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or somebody else, Prabhu?
No, Mahatma Das. I told Srila Prabhupada's disciple.
Oh, sorry, Prabhu, I missed that. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So these are the numbers that's told generally. So sometimes, this pure devotees, they tell, some Maharajas, they told, generally it takes 30 to 35 lifetimes, if you are casual, I mean, more or less serving in not intensely. So everything depends on the intensity. Hare Krishna.
Very clear, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Even I wanted to ask the same question. You have given the answer. My name is Vrindavanechari and I raised the hand also. Now you clearly told about that. So there is no more question for me, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. And
Hare
I want
Krishna.
to ask you how to be, today morning I finished about 20 rounds of chanting. But
Yes, Mataji.
in between, starting I'll be very concentrative, but in between my concentration will go off. How we can improve that, Prabhuji? Through your experience, you can guide us.
Our aim is simple. We have to chant the holy name that I am chanting now. This is told by Bhurijan Prabhu in Japa book. If you want, you read that book. Very good. Very effective, method of chanting very attentively. I am chanting. I should not think I will chant all the 16 rounds very attentively. Then mind becomes, pressurized. Oh, 16 rounds I have to chant attentively. So our target is very simple. I'm chanting one holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Maha Mantra that I am chanting now at this present moment, my goal is to hear that Maha Mantra attentively. That means the Maha Mantra that I am chanting now, I will hear it very attentively. This is the target I have. And the mind becomes very simplified. This one. I don't think about the previous mantras. I don't think about the future mantras. I'm only focusing and hearing and on that particular Maha Mantra that I'm chanting now. So that now becomes your all throughout 16 rounds or whatever extra rounds you're chanting, you are hearing. So there are so many techniques in Japa book and I think art of chanting. So many. Sachinandan Maharaj has written Nectarian Ocean of Holy Name. So we can read these books. And Nectarian Ocean of the Holy Name.
Nectarian Ocean of the Holy Name.
Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Nice
Thank you.
explanation.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Chintamani Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Maya is also an energy of Krishna. So
Yes.
when we try to, when we make efforts to perform devotional service, or we aim it to go back to Godhead, why Maya has to bind us in the material world? So instead of supporting, it's why it binds.
It is supporting only indirectly. Maya is Durga Devi and she wants us to go back to Godhead. But it is we who are holding back. So it is like we are holding Maya and we are telling Maya is holding me, Maya is holding me. So actually Maya holds only when we turn away from Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogwancha kare, pashate maya tare japatiya dare. So when Maya catches the jiva, when jiva turns away from Krishna. So in front of us Krishna is there, Maya is backside of Krishna. Maya is never front, Maya is always backside of Krishna. So when we keep Krishna always in our front, Maya has no ruling can take place over us. Krishna Surya Sama Maya hai andhakar, Jahan Krishna tahan nahi Maya radhikar. But we want to turn away from Krishna. We want to enjoy independent of Krishna. So that's why Maya has to capture. So when we desire to enjoy independent of Krishna, then Maya, out of her three gunas, Sattva, Raja, Tamas, she catch holds of the jiva. And she binds or she punishes. Because Maya Jivatma doesn't want to surrender to Krishna. But when Jiva completely surrenders, for example, pure devotees, Maya is still there. It is not that Maya is not there. Maya is there, but she cannot act. Why she cannot act? Because pure devotees keep always Krishna in front, 24/7, Krishna is front. So when Krishna is in front, Maya can't do anything. Maya will not do anything because she also wants that Jivatma surrenders to Krishna's fully. So until we surrender to Krishna 100%, Maya will act. So we have to surrender to Krishna 100%. This is our thing. And Maya is indirectly helping us by giving so many tests, so many temptations. Okay, you are alone in the house. What will you do? Do you want to protect your integrity, your vows of initiation, or you will fall prey to temptations of Maya? That is the test which it will come. And a sincere devotee, serious devotee will really surrender to Guru and Krishna. Even if whatever may be the provoking situations, whatever may be the temptation, I will accept the favorable things that is which is helping me to progress, I will reject whatever may be the pain that may come. But if we are little bit insincere, or if we are little bit relaxed, then okay, this is very nice time for enjoyment, all the things. So then we will fall prey to Maya. So it is up to us, whether we want to keep always Krishna in front or we want to turn away from Krishna. And Maya will attack only when we turn away from Krishna. So that we have to remember. It is that we are facing away. Krishna bhuliya jiv. This forgetting Krishna, Jiva is doing. Then when Jiva forgets Krishna, then Maya captures. Otherwise, Maya cannot have her ruling on the complete surrendered soul. Even though she is there. For pure devotees, if you see, Srila Prabhupada, he was there amongst the hippies. And hippies, they were doing all type of abominable things. But he still, his consciousness was pure and he was always in Vrindavan. Maya could not touch him. So it is us, it is up to us how we want to surrender. And if we surrender 100%, Maya will not have any effect on us. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I hope I tried to answer at least.
Yeah, Prabhuji, he kept saying that it captures, it attacks. I really don't like, Maya is Krishna energy. Suppose if I forgot, maybe, we are in the Indriya, there's so many things also attractive, we may sometimes forget. So instead of supporting us somewhere or the other positively, why it has to, attack, capture? I really don't like.
It is a test, actually.
This way of
we should
Maya,
not. Tell me, Prabhu. Prabhu, actually,
yeah, Prabhu.
These situations are the test for us. For in the devotees, devotee takes all situations as the opportunity to serve and opportunity to please Krishna. So whenever the Maya is attacking, see, Maya can impel us, but Maya cannot compel us. That we have to remember. Maya can show you the temptation, but she cannot compel you to act upon it. Whether it is lust or anger or greed, whatever it may be. When the provocations are coming, she is just showing you the provocations. She is not compelling you to act. So that sincerity should come from our side. That response should come from our side. That sincerity we have to show. Whenever the provocations are there, we have to show our sincerity, not to give in to Maya. We have to surrender to Krishna. We have to run towards Krishna at that particular moment. We have to run towards devotees, run to temple, run to deities, run to hear Kirtan, run to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam. Not just give in to whatever temptations are coming and I just act upon the temptations. Because Maya will impose so many temptations, for not only for devotees, for even for pure devotees, even for the materialistic persons. Everyone it is provoking. But what is the difference between a pure devotee and the materialistic person? The pure devotee, when the Maya provocations comes, he says no to Maya and yes to Krishna. But whereas my materialistic person, he thinks, oh, so much wonderful, I can so much enjoy this situation. It's so nice to enjoy. So materialistic person falls prey to Maya. But whereas a pure devotee, he says strictly no to Maya and immediately run towards Krishna. So when the tests are coming, when the provocations are coming, it is the opportunity for me to show my sincerity to Lord. That whatever may be the provocation, whatever may be the temptation from the Maya, I will maintain my integrity. I will not fall prey to Maya. And this needs sincerity and devotional strength. That's why we have to hear so with so much absorption and chant attentively. This will give the devotional strength from inside to overcome the temptations of Maya. When temptations are coming, immediately hear Kirtan, hear or chant the holy name, hear Shrimad Bhagavatam, or do some deity worship, or run towards devotees. And with these attempts which you are showing to Lord, when we show this, then prasadam adhigacchati. So Lord will shower his mercy so that you in future you can overcome these temptations by Maya. So Maya's temptations will be there for pure devotees. Maya's temptations will be there for the sadhakas, and Maya's temptations will be there for even materialists. But the thing is, how do we respond to those temptations? That in those situations, it is an opportunity for us to show our sincerity to Lord for pleasing him. In that way, we have to think. And even Maya wants that only. She's testing so that you come to the platform of 100% surrender and then come back to Godhead. So that is the thing that even Maya wants us to surrender to Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So we'll end the session over here with the Vaishnav Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Vancha
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha pattanam panebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavan.
Shila Prabhupada ki
Krishna
jai.
Prabhu.
Jai Hari
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, there is a book, this you mentioned, Prabhu, this one, Japa Affirmations by Mahatma Das.
Yeah, Japa, that one is also there, and Japa by Bhurijan Prabhu is also there. That is also a very good book. What I told that chanting now, that one I took from Japa by Bhurijan Prabhu. So you can read all the books of, in fact, they are all good. So
yeah, if it's possible, could you please send me that links, Prabhu, in the
I think it is a hard copy. You have to buy the book, Prabhuji. I think it is not available. I think hard copy you have to buy. I think in some temples it may be available.
You can check in any ISKCON temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, can you please send this link on the group?
The link of the book, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
So to buy the book, that's what Prabhu is saying. Some books are available, Mataji. Some books are not even available on internet. Means you cannot order it online. So
okay, because
the Prabhuji, at least can you mention in the chat box name of and the author name?
Yeah. Mataji, would you like to?
no, I was just saying, like, because I'm living in a remote area in South Africa, so that's why I have no ISKCON temple nearby. So that's why I was asking.
It is Japa by Puri Chan.
If you can post on a group, please.
I have put it in the chat.
Okay.
Japa in
Japa by Bhurijan Prabhu. Prabhu has.
Okay, sure, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Dandat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam.
Dandat Pranam.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam.
I'll end the session here. Hare Krishna.
Hare